So this is a Racal Vadic modem, VA355 from the 70s. You got your nice phone line there. Connects right to the back through there. I just want you to look at how neat everything is laid out on this board. All the chips are in rows, kind of a little crooked. All the resistors, semiconductors, diodes, capacitors, all neatly laid out in rows between the chips. And look at these curvy traces that just go between everything. They curve all over the place. Look at that. And yes, this is all done by hand, and the solder joints are probably silver solder, all done by hand. It just really goes to show how well this thing was made, because it was made in the USA. Got some dip switches there, giant electrolytic capacitors. After all these years, this is so well made, these all test perfectly. Look how big that one is. 25 volt, 4,700 microfarad. If I got the same capacitor from today, it would be half that size, which just goes to show how well this thing was made, because it needs to be this large. It's the power plug there, I think. Some more switches. Some LEDs on the back. A couple more switches. So yeah, this thing is incredibly well made and still works after all these years. It just goes to show the value of American technology. This is the power plug. It's just a transformer. It gives out 18.5 volts AC. It's center tapped. The board rectifies that, filters it with the capacitors to give DC. So the board does it all. There's some of the regulator circuitry down there. Look at how big that resistor is. That's not plastic or anything else. That's ceramic, I bet. And those capacitors are made of glass. Glass and paper, I think. So yeah, there's the end connector. Let's see, it plugs right onto the board. Right there. Like that. Let's see if I can go put this back together. Look at that. No screws, it just clips back on into place with those clips. And there's like this cable management in there. Prevents you from pulling it out. It's really well made. Let's take a look on this on the bench. Here it is. It's full glory VA355 Racal Vadic modem. It's an external modem. We have all our modem lights here. Some switches there. Some more switches on the back. It's the power and the phone line connectors. That's this thing right here. And then we have our place where it plugs into the computer. Now I believe this may look like a parallel port, but I'm pretty sure this is actually a 25-pin serial port. It's just the opposite gender. So in order, you'll need a regular cable to plug it into a computer's serial port there. So that's pretty cool. So this thing sat on the desk as an external modem, and I wish I had a picture of it before, because I cleaned this entire thing. It was covered in dirt. It was filthy sitting outside. But I'm going to go ahead and bet that this thing still works perfectly. So I'm just going to get a little adapter for this thing, because the pins are too large for the outlet. And of course, I will be using my recently built isolation transformer up there, which is all ready and turned on. So right now, I'm going to just plug it in here. That the voltage drops down and away because it's a transformer, so it's shorted. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the current limit. Oh, what was that? Heard something click. Look at that. Look at that. RTS, DTR, whatever that means. I don't really know how these modems work, but there are some signs of life. Oh, wait, there was another light that came on. DSR? It's blinking. What does this do? Oh, RI. Huh. Okay, well, underneath this thing, there is a complete procedure of how to self-test this. So I'll look at that and be right back. So it says for the self-test, I think it's DA, then DSR will light up. And then on this back switch, it's that to send data over the digital loop to the external modem and nothing changes. And you can't ring. Oh no, you can ring. And now if you return to the center, yeah, you can still ring, and then analog loop back should, maybe it needs to be, there we go. CTS CXR, and then if I use transmit reversal, I get data. TXT RXT sent over the modem. So it's looping itself internally and doing a self-test. That's pretty cool. But it's just transmitting now to a remote modem, and now it's doing a loop back. I think it's doing a loop back internally. It's getting kind of hot. So now CXR is lighting up. Now transmit receive. Nice. Now back off modem, and DSR goes away. Nice. And now you can't ring apparently, but now you can. Interesting. It forces it to answer the call. So yeah. Anyway, that's the Racal Vadic modem. I believe that the speed for this is about, what is it, 7,000 bits per second? So about 7 kilobits per second. So very early 70s external modem. I would plug it into a computer here, but I don't have the manual. It doesn't exist anymore. I don't have drivers. I also don't have a 25-pin serial connector on the back, which is how you would plug that into a computer. It's kind of rusting there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed.